Hello guys, welcome to this video recording session. Today we are going to analyze a very important question, and that is whether forex trading is a scam. I want to address this question because it represents some of the common misconceptions most new and aspiring traders usually have when they decide to trade in the forex market. At the end of this video, I will have shared knowledge that will help you eliminate some of the fears most traders here in Kenya have and protect you from some of the common pitfalls that we as Kenyans usually fall into when we begin exploring this market. So without further ado, let us get into the discussion. So, is the forex market a scam? The big answer to that is no. Forex market is not a scam. In fact, the forex market is the largest financial market in the world, transacting over $5.3 trillion a day. That is quite huge, especially when you compare it with the futures market, which only transact about $400 billion a day. The equities market, which transact about 191 billions a day, and the New York Stock Exchange, which is arguably one of the largest stock market in the world, transact only $28 billion a day. To put things into perspective, let us compare this market with our very own Nairobi Securities Exchange. Our market, as you know it, transacts only 10 USD millions a day. That means that the forex market is more than 1,000 times larger than our market here. So basically what I'm saying is that the forex market is a legitimate market because it serves a very important role, and that is to provide liquidity. And by liquidity, what do I mean? I mean this: the forex market provides international businessmen and people like you and me with an opportunity to exchange their currency from one denomination to another in a quick and cheap manner. Yes, right now, if you go to town and you have your Kenya shillings, you want to exchange them with the dollar, you can do that quite effortlessly. And that is because of people who participate. That is because of the speculators. You know, the speculators are basically big banks, investment firms, and individual retailers, people like you and me who participate in this particular market. If it wasn't for this market, exchanging your currency, yes, it would have been possible, but it could be very expensive or very inefficient. It will have taken you quite a long time. Like for instance, you would need to go to maybe to find a fellow international businessman to make your exchange possible. But anything that has money, as any industry that has money basically, will have its fair share of conmen, and that is visible in our real estate industry. You have seen so many headlines, you have heard of so many conmen operating in this industry. It has happened in our church. We have seen the Akina Kanyaris. It has happened in the healthcare sector. You remember Babu Waliliondo, and the forex market is not immune. It has suffered its own fair share of con game. Yeah, and especially conmen who operate in the forex market are very clever. They will package themselves in a manner that will confuse you as a novice. Basically, they usually package themselves as trainers and mentors, as investment firms and money managers, as brokers, as what you call bot sellers, indicator sellers, and system sellers, and as signal sellers. But before I continue, I want to issue a disclaimer. Not everyone who is engaged in this particular kind of business, the training, the investment, the brokerage, yeah, you get the gist. Not everyone who is involved in this particular kind of market is a conman. There are some people who maybe you can get a very good trainer who will provide you with a service that will offer value to your trading journey, but you just need to be careful to identify the real person and the conman. And here are some few traits that you can use to separate the chaff from the wheat. And number one, the first way you can identify a conman is through the kind of guarantees that they offer. Any person that offers guarantees, be careful with that person, because offering guarantee is one of the signal, or rather one of the indicator of a conman. There is no guarantee in this market. This market yes, you can earn a lot of money in this market, but the next month you can lose money. Basically, you cannot offer a fixed, like you cannot guarantee that you'll be earning a fixed amount of income every month. That is dependent on several factors that we will discuss in other videos. Another way of identifying a conman is through the kind of return that they offer. Any person that offer a very high return, and especially guarantee that they will be making such kind of return month after month, is most likely a conman. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this because number one, to make extraordinary return, you have to risk an extraordinary amount of money. The higher the risk, the higher the return. Yeah. So basically, if somebody will promise you very low risk, but at the same time guarantees very high return, then that person is definitely lying. There is no way you can make humongous amount of money without risking a humongous amount of your capital. Secondly, people who offer high returns are basically doing that to lure you. You have to be very careful. Yes, you can make a lot of money in the forex market, but you cannot guarantee this money. And if I can earn, like for instance, if you invest with me 100,000 and I can guarantee you that you'll be making another 100,000 every month, if I can guarantee such kind of money, then why do I need your money? I can simply reinvest my money and watch it grow. For brokers, you will have to check online reviews. There are very good reviews that you can go. There are very good forums that you can go to and check reviews of a particular broker. Like for instance, you can visit the Forex Peace Army. It will give you some very good reviews of whether a broker is genuine or not. You can join Facebook groups, especially for a Kenyan, you should consider joining the groups created by fellow Kenyans, because they can give you their experience as from a point that you can relate with. For signal sellers, fund managers, people who promise to trade on your behalf, ask for at least 6-month verified trading history. My FX book, asking for, if somebody comes to you and assures you that he can trade for you successfully, just ask him to give you a verified My FX book link. That way you can judge whether that person is saying the truth or not. Alternatively, you should ask for their investment password so that you can log into their trading, into their account, brokerage account, and see for yourself if what this guy is doing, if what this guy is saying matches what he is doing. So basically, in summary, this is what I have covered. Today I have answered the question of whether forex trading is a scam or not. And my conclusion is that forex trading is a legitimate hustle, but it has its fair share of conmen. The best thing for you to do is to learn how to identify these conmen. And once you do that, you are good to go.